Hello, this is my guide for hyper-resource farming in Lords Mobile. I just wanted to make this video for my guildmates, show them the benefits of hyper farming and how to do it better and why you do it. So the reason you would want to do it is because if you were to split your buildings into these four, you have the mill, the quarry, the mine, and the farm, you won't be able to reap the benefits that hyper farming can give you. You you just don't have enough talent points in the section. You just don't have the time to research all of the things necessary to hyper all of them. So it'll save you a lot more time and a lot more resources even just to pick one resource. You'll have you want to go to your turf, you want to check to make sure you have at least one of each building. You have to have one of each because they have important prerequisites for other buildings to be built around your turf. But once you have one of each, you can pick one of these, quarry, mill, whatever, pick one, and build the rest that you can just to that building. And this will increase your production by a lot. You want to get them up to a comfortable level. You don't have to keep leveling them like crazy because actually where most of your production will come is from your talents and boosts. So if we're looking at this production per hour, it's lackluster. It's not that much per thing. But since you have so many of them, you'll be able to make a decent amount more. The first thing you'll want to do is go into your academy and you want to look under the economy section. Now, depending on which one you're doing, food, stone, timber, or metal, don't do food actually. Don't do gold. Okay, so you pick stone, timber, or metal. Now, depending on which resource you're doing, obviously research those up to 9. Reason I say do it up to 9 is because 10 you have to have a level 25 academy, which requires castle 25, so don't even worry about that. And then also if you want to, you can go ahead and upgrade your vault management, which will allow you to store more in your vault, which means less can be stolen from you. Next thing you'll want to look at is the familiar section of it. If we go over to our familiar section of research, you want to upgrade all of these to the minimum requirements necessary to get pack 2, and then you can go on and get some and work towards your pack 3. Getting pack 3 will take a very long time, so I would settle with just pack 2 for now. That's all that's necessary for the hyper farming method that I use. By the way, with my method, I'm at 15 million might, not that much, yet I am able to produce, as you saw, 770k per hour. That's roughly around 18, 19 million stone per day, which is pretty good. You can send a lot to your guild mates like that. You're not going to be using all of that stone, so you might as well send it and help out your guild. So if we go back into research, you go to your familiars. You research all of these, and then you can go back if you want to. There is stone harvesting 2. The benefits obviously aren't as crazy good as stone harvesting 1, but they're still good to get. Plus, you'll need to upgrade them anyways to get pack 3. After that, you want to head over to the section where the familiars are. Now, if you've unlocked these, that's very good because they'll be able to give lots of boosts. The setup that I run is 2 springs and 5 gems. The reason I do that is because you don't need as much anima or packed merging speed as you might think you need. Once you get your familiars to blue rank, also, it makes the max level 50. It's very easy to get them to blue rank. That's all you really want to do for now, because you'll be able to upgrade their skills a lot, and you don't really need to focus on 80 runes just to get it up to level 60. Now if we head over to here, you'll be able to see the packs, packed 1A, 2A, 1B, 2B, all that. Really, I would stick away from 2A and 2B, except for the one that will help with your hyper farming. If we take a look into Pact 1A, you can see Terrorite, and in Pact 1B, you can see Aquarius. This doesn't really have anything to do with the hyper farming, just giving a suggestion that you should go ahead and pick these guys up anyways. This support skill is very useful, granting STA, or stamina, that will help you be able to train your familiars faster in the long run, because with that extra stamina, you'll be able to run more hero quests, which will allow you to upgrade your heroes more. The further your heroes are upgraded, the more EXP they'll give when you're training your familiars. Now, looking back into the familiars, you saw that I hyper stone. So the ones that I'm focusing, well, of course, Terrorite first I'm getting for the support skill that gives you free fragments every 2 days. But the one for me will be Magma Lord, because he's already given me 10% stone production. Permanent effect, no matter what. The next one I would focus on is Boulder. He's giving me 10% stone production as well. Very good. Okay, he's just finished up. There's his results. Let's go ahead and train him one last time. Okay, he'll almost be there with this. Go ahead and confirm that. We need him to level 35 to upgrade for his for his groundbreaker. Of course, you just go to your packs, look at which one that you need. Oak root for timber, engineer for ore, and then you'll go to 2 and look at which one. Total tempest for timber, and boulder for me. And then if you're ore, you'll want to pick up the crabby. Now here's a tip: if you are not even an ore hyper, you can see I've already been working on him a little bit, because he gives a player EXP boost. It is a very long way to level 60. I'm making my way there, but any EXP boost helps because of the level 60 gear. Now if we head back over to our champion, our hero itself, you want to look at its talents. The talents is where you're going to get most of your boosts from. And here's a tip that I'll give for you. Okay, I wrote it down. Here, let me get it. Now, you might be thinking, okay, on the talent tree, I'm going to want the attack boosts, I'm going to want the training speed boosts, but you really don't. They're completely unnecessary talents unless you're actively fighting at, say, the Wonders, or you have a big event coming up where you need the extra boost for attacks, or say for the guild war thing. But 99% of the time, these boosts aren't even going to be important. You're not going to be attacking people that often. You're not going to be attacked that often, and you don't really even need the training speed. So for those reasons, I stick with the right side of the tree. Whenever I reset my talents, I just go ahead and get everything to the minimum level that will let me get to this bottom talent. Then I'll go back, whatever resource I'm hyper farming, I'll max that out, max out construction speed, research, then keep maxing out my stone production, research, construction, stone production, and then I'll go back and put points into gathering and max load. That'll let you get the most bang out of your buck for resource gathering. A tip for this, of course you're going to have very crappy attacking and defending talents, but simply all you gotta do is reset. 1,000 gems is a little expensive, that's why I just simply go to my guild shop and I will head over to talent reset, 90k. You get that much in about 2 days. So they're very cheap. Just save up your guild coins. You could buy a talent reset if something is coming up where you'll need those stats, but most of the time you won't even need them. So I don't worry about that. Another thing back on why I have 5 gems instead of all these springs, you're like, the springs, they give you Merging speed boosts, yeah, they do, but it's honestly not even that important because if you head over to your gear section, you have these mystic boxes. These are available to craft after level 45. Um, they're very, very cheap. They use the basic resources that you get just from gathering. You get them from admin quests, all those sorts of things. And look, they give the 25% merging speed boost. I got two of them right there. And then you want to be attacking voodoo shamans all you can. So you can get these, first off, sacred gems. That's the core component. That's going to be the hardest component to get for ancestral kill, which I suggest getting over the level 60 gear because you'll be able to wear it sooner. Like I said, 60 is a long way away, so this will benefit you earlier on. And then I would suggest going for, where is it? Here it is, the Blighted Vial. This gives familiar training EXP boost, and it has a different core component. It has the dolls as a core component. So as you're leveling these both up, the core components won't hold either one back because this one has sacred gems for core component and this one has dolls for core component. So they won't interfere with the progression of either. Check my Coliseum gems. Another thing that I would like to show is in the guild shop, you have these resource speed ups that are extremely cheap. Look at this. You can get 2 per day and they last for 7 days. So you can get 14 weeks worth of stone production boost in just 1 day. So it makes sense to buy them, always have one on, because they boost your production by a lot. Boom, just buy one, go over to this section, and activate. I have one going right now. Check on the familiar boosts. I have Turf Club as well. If you don't have Turf Club, I think it's a really good deal if you're not level 60. It gives you the construction speed, research speed. That's a big bonus for only $10 a month. Where if you go to the packs, what else can you get for $10? You know, there's not much you can get for $10 except for like say 30 supply chests. That's pretty good deal. But Turf Club is better in my opinion. Let's see if I have anything else to note on this. Oh yeah, of course there's other gear you can equip for extra bonuses. I think it's Gargantua for stone. Yeah, the Gargantuan belt will give me stone production, but you see it's level 60. It's not going to benefit me yet. I wouldn't really be focusing that. Another thing that you can make sure you have is also another reason you don't need the springs is because you have so many of these anima gifts. You get so many of them and you don't really even need them. These packs are so cheap. And I just have two because the cost is so cheap on these. As you can see just from basic events stored up, I have about 3.5 million stored up just from events and stuff. Like you're not going to run out of anima, and you're not going to get these packs. Like you're not going to level these dudes up. You're not going to have enough runes to max these guys out before you can train them there. Training takes a very long time, as you can see, 10 hours, and that will just give me about 3/4 of a level. It's going to take a lot more time to train them. And also, with each gym, you also gain a training slot. I would not recommend training multiple at a time. Don't even worry about that. Train one at a time, max them out as you go. I would say go Terrorite. Well, actually, of course, get these dudes up to 10% and then max out Terrorite. Not max them out, but get them to a decent amount and then go Aquarius for those amazing boosts and then start working on maxing out yours for me, Magma Lord, and Boulder. The Pack 2s also have good support skills. And that'll be all for my guide. It's pretty simple. Pretty straightforward. Just look for all the boosts you can get in the aspects of your research, your buildings, get the most out of it, and be able to make 18 million stone a day with only 15 million might. I've only had the game for like a month. It's very easy to get, and even if you're free to play, you can do this. It doesn't take much time at all. Alright, thank y'all very much. That was my video on hyper farming. I might make some more guides in the future. See ya.